I've got £10 in my pocket, but I'm considering ransacking the Co-op late shop round the corner for as much as I can fill in my pockets. In fact, that is exactly what I'm going to do. It's Friday night, for fuck's sake. I've done the ad bit, I've decided to write another book, I've turned the computer on and thought of a title. I've even written an intro. I deserve to get pissed off after the week I've had, which I will tell you all about when I get back from the shop.
You understand? And when the sound system hit a tune, all the uptown people then start buying.
Everybody's trying to be middle class. Would you like to be? No, I think I'll pass. Everybody's trying to be middle class. Would you like to be? No, I think I'll pass. Everybody's trying to be middle class. Would you like to be? No, I think I'll pass. Everybody's trying to be middle class. Would you like to be? No, I think I'll pass. Well, here I am, back from the shop with 2 balls of Leffe, which are just slim enough to slide easily inside my coat pockets, and a front shoved down my trousers. I'm against the lads and mags, but I'm only human, and I haven't had sex for 2 years. I'm a picky bastard. I won't just park it anywhere. I need to feel something more than a hard-on to end up in a sack with someone nowadays. Or maybe my ex has fucked my head up so much that I'm incapable of even cheap, meaningless sex. I passed an absolute darling on the way to the shop. She even smiled at me knowingly. I just walked on by her like I always do. Fun? What's that? I think I can remember. It's something that you have when you knocked your eyeballs in debt and totally strapped for cash. How can you even think of pulling someone when you're on your way to the shop to rob as much beer as you can fit into your pockets? Besides, I'm in love again. I'll come to that in a bit. What a week. This time last Friday, after finishing a punishing week selling advertising space in building control to builders who wait for everyone to leave the office, I sat there considering my life.
The whole music prepare the sound system, and that's how the record business started.
Everybody's trying to be middle class. Would you like to be? No, I think I'll pass. Everybody's trying to be middle class. Would you like to be? No, I think I'll pass. Everybody's trying to be middle class. Would you like to be? No, I think I'll pass. Everybody's trying to be middle class. Would you like to be? No, I think I'll pass. I had 2 things that needed doing. One was a record I had finished nearly a year ago with Lee Doyle, an amazing hip-hop producer which I entrusted to my manager Graham Thomas. What had Graham done with it, I asked myself. When I handed it over to him in the corner house, he looked at me and said, I thought I was never going to see this. The cheek, I thought, it would take her 4 months to make. Still, I kept my mouth shut because Graham seemed to have a lot of contacts at record companies. 1 year later, and after living with him for 6 months in my own house, he still hasn't mentioned anything to me about where he'd sent it. I didn't even know if he'd sent it anywhere at all. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. I got on the computer and typed Alan McGee, my first label boss, into a Google search. Amazingly, Alan's MySpace came up. I emailed him immediately telling him I'm a run of bad luck. How could I get my new record to him? I then looked at the number for booking vinyl. I sent Susie Moll because I'd been pitching all day. I put £1,000 on the board. I was in a confident mood. I pitched the record to Susie and then emailed Guy Holmes at Gut, who had noticed and signed a polyphonic spree. I then thought about my book. I picked up my Pan Macmillan handbook and rang the Darley Anderson Literary TV and Film Agency. I pitched the book to Zoe King and sent her the first 3 chapters and synopsis. I felt slightly better. missing lung space. I was immediately fucked up my face and loving every minute of it. Conversation suddenly became redundant and music sounded ace again. Jello skinned up reefer after reefer and I couldn't turn one down that come my way. Black Jackson started setting the equipment up. It had been so long since I'd been in a situation like this. I just observed the scene. I couldn't move. I was total. Rob Black handed me a spare guitar as I lay horizontal on the couch. As my fingers fumbled away to some kind of shape that I remembered as a chord, Alex Black began extending the boom of the mic so that it reached my mouth. I was nearly on my back. I started to play Massive Loss, the first song from the last Unplugged My Computer album that I thrown onto CD Baby in disgust after my publisher and label had ignored it. The band joined in and it sounded like the blues albums I decided to buy when I was in my early 20s. By that I mean it sounded very, very good. I was playing again. I looked over at Carlin who was beaming. He'd been telling me the best part 2 years to get on with it. And all I said back to him was I was too old. This was because I'd overheard my ex telling the best mate the same thing in the back room of my house when I was nearing completion of no CV. The effect of somebody you love dearly saying such a thing isn't an easy thing to get over in your mid-30s. I should have marched into that back room and kicked her and the best mate out on the street. They were getting pissed up together in a house I was fucking paying for and totally taking the piss out of me. The fucking shit of it. None of that was concerning me now though. I was finally hearing songs I'd written 3 years previously come to life with a band who'd been playing together for nearly 10 years and they were only, 24. You don't get chances like that every day and I leapt at mine. I tried as many songs as I could out. I'd even listened to No Computer and learned the chords and arrangements to the songs. Alan had typed up all the lyrics and I was stoned out my mind on their weed. It doesn't really get much better than that in a rehearsal situation. Friendship, musicianship and the brotherhood of the stoning all together with a mutual respect, irrespective of age. If only the music business was more like that nowadays. Hey. This country is a fucking class mess and trying to navigate from one to another and make a living from art is rock fucking hard.